Thank you for the karanga and putatara. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the traditional graduation song, Gaudiamus, the words of which are on the screen. Please be seated. Eina waka, eina mauna whakahi, eina tai wha, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia orana, talofa lava, malo elelei, whakalofa lahi atu, taloha ni, whakatalofa atu, ni sabula, ni minhau, namaste, mahaba, naumai, haere mai, welcome to everyone, and welcome to the great student city of Palmerston North and to Massey's final graduation ceremonies for the year. During 2013, Massey has graduated 6,801 students, including 201 with doctoral degrees, the highest academic qualification we offer. Today, we have 3 ceremonies, during which we will recognise the achievements of some 488 students, and 40 of those will be conferred with a doctoral degree. Graduation Day is a day of celebration. It's an opportunity for the university and your whānau, family and friends to recognise your hard work and success. And technology now makes it easier to share your big day with a much wider audience. As with our recent graduation sessions, today's ceremonies are being streamed live on the internet, and you are able to view the stream on handheld devices. There's a link on the Massey homepage, so our audience today includes just not the people present here in the theatre, but a worldwide audience. And let's make sure that the world knows just how much we do appreciate our graduates, so don't hold back when they come across the stage. It'll be a permanent record for what I'm sure for many of you will be amongst your proudest moments. And while talking of recognition, it is important that you, the graduates, don't forget to say a big thank you to all those who have supported you and contributed to your success during your studies. That's their family and friends, and the faculty and the support staff of Massey University. And just to make sure that you don't forget, I want you to join me in recognising them now. The ceremony that we're about to go through today is very traditional, having its roots in graduation ceremonies developed some 800 years ago. Traditions such as these fine robes that we wear, the capping, the mace, the singing of Gaudiamus and the awarding of honorary degrees to outstanding citizens links us to the strong heritage of universities. And universities are institutions of higher learning in which the teaching and learning environment is provided by academics who are actively involved in the generation of new knowledge through research and scholarship. This traditional university environment, with its focus on generating new knowledge, acting as a rational critic of society, and producing graduates who will be well-rounded, contributing members of society, is coming under attack on a number of fronts. And I'd like to very briefly just touch on two of these. The first is that from MOOCs, and that stands for Massive Open Online Courses. The internet, with all its mobile access devices, now enables courses to be provided 24/7, anywhere, and by a whole host of providers. Some see this as sounding the death bell of the traditional university with a campus and residential and local students. Secondly, it's from those that see universities primarily as instruments of economic development, providing skills needed in the economy and generating commercializable intellectual property. Proponents of these trends and views overlook the broader and essential role that traditional universities have played in society for several hundred years now. As long-standing institutions, they are part of the very fabric of our society. Forecasting their demise is premature, and trying to constrain their role is a danger to our society as we know it. You are all lucky today to graduate as the beneficiary of a traditional university education, and as such you will, as graduates have been over the centuries, be critical to the future social, economic, and cultural development of your communities, a responsibility which you should not take lightly. As a graduate of Massey University, you will inherit the reputation of this highly regarded institution. And that reputation has been built up over the years on the achievements of our past and current faculty and our past students. Evidence of the achievement of our faculty and alumni, people like Sir Paul Callaghan, Sir Richard Taylor, Kate Sylvester, Sir Graham Henry, and the Honourable Stephen Joyce, just to mention a few, is all around us. Further evidence of the achievement of our faculty is reflected in the fact that this year Massey is awarded the highest academic title it bestows, that of Distinguished Professor, to three of our most internationally acclaimed academics, Professor Anne Noble of Wellington, Professor Paul Spoonley of Albany, and Professor Harjinder Singh of the Manawatū. We pride ourselves on producing people who put New Zealand on the global map for its innovation, its creativity, research, and teaching. And we celebrate all of our can-do students who just get out there and make a difference. It is this performance track that allows us to rightly claim to be the engine that drives the new New Zealand. The number of accolades, awards, prizes, and other recognitions that we have received during this year by both our students and faculty indicates that our track record will continue to grow. Two in particular I would just like to mention. This year, the United States National Association of Schools of Art and Design awarded the College of Creative Arts substantial equivalency. This is the first time the association has granted the seal of quality to an institution outside of North America. In the Quacquarelli-Simons World University Subject Rankings, Massey was this year ranked 21st amongst the thousands of research universities around the world that offer agriculture. And no other university in New Zealand featured in the subject rankings. We have a lot of faith in the future of New Zealand and the role that Massey will play in securing that future. We continue to make investments in our facilities and to adjust our programs to ensure that we provide the very best working and learning environment for both our faculty and students, and to keep our qualifications relevant. Just a few examples of this: the opening of the new student and science facilities at our Albany campus, the upgrading of the library facilities on the Wellington campus, the consolidation of the Institute of Education staff and students onto the Turitea campus here in in Palmerston North, the starting of major restoration work on our heritage buildings and the veterinary facilities on the Turitea campus, the creation of the new College of Health with its focus on wellness rather than illness, which will operate across all of our campuses, the opening of a trading room in the Albany campus to provide students interested in investment trading with real-world learning experience, using the same systems and data as the professionals, and the offering of a custom-designed MBA program to a cohort of 15 students from Qatar Airways that will be delivered in Doha by Massey staff. You should all graduate today proud of your achievements, but you should also be honoured by the reputational mantle that you will now inherit. And I challenge you, as Massey graduates and alumni, to go forth, to make your own contribution, to grow your own reputation, and in doing so, add further to the proud heritage that you're now part of. As part of your journey, we anticipate that many of you will come back to us as you face that never-ending quest to keep your skills and knowledge up to date. And you can be assured that Massey will be there to meet that need, whether it be through a course of full-time study or part-time through our world-class distance learning program. And finally, I would urge you to all stay connected with your alma mater and your university family through our active alumni association. So congratulations to you all. Continue to work hard, but above all, don't forget to enjoy yourselves. Nō reira, kātou iho nā manakitana kia koutou katoa, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Dr. Russell Ballard, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and those in absentia.
Chancellor, the Director of Teaching and Learning will present to you graduates and recipients of certificates, diplomas and degrees in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Gary Mervyn Buckman. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Arts the candidates I am about to name. Margaret Mary Hyland. Patricia Mary Smith. Monica Vergara Benjamin. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Human Development the candidate I am about to name, Rachel Allison Austin. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduands I am about to name. Catherine Rebecca Alexander. Odette Morgan Barsanti. Matthew Leslie Brittain. Nicole Margaret Cameron. Mandy Christie. Tisha Jade Edwards. Shanza Naima Kofai Evanson. Nicola Dawn Everett. Emma Grace Ferry. Sarah Charlotte Fawn. Teresa Jane Good. Lois Ann Hart. Freya Caroline Hodgson. Nikki Isabel Hogan. Shurna Daphne Kenny. Peter Michael Tinoa Kerr. Vaitasi Lafaele. Jordan Amy Luttrell. Ian Graham McGehee. Chancellor, this award is made posthumously and will be collected on behalf of Ian Graham McGehee by his wife, Mrs. Rosemary McGehee, and sons Craig and Andrew. Matthew Donald Mackenzie. Josephine Claire Nye. Tapaya Nairi Julia Otene. Friar Candice Paddison. Elsie Uta Joy Paitai. Tessa Greer Pratt Massey Scholar. Haley Joy Schlapp. Yusuke Tazawa. Jessica Lee Whitehouse. Brian Charles Winter. Nicole Helen Wood. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduates I'm about to name. Shane Robert Kendall. Genevieve Abigail Loki. Catherine Grace Vance. Thank you, Chancellor.
It's now my pleasure to invite Ms. Pauline Winter, Chief Executive of the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs, to address the graduands. Prior to commencing as the Chief Executive of the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs, Pauline held a number of roles, including that of Director of Pacific Advancement at AUT University and Director of her consultancy firm Inter-Pacific Limited. She's a former Chief Executive of Workbridge Incorporated and was recognised as Pacifica Business Person of the Year in 1997. Pauline has held a number of governance roles in private, not-for-profit and public sector boards. She's chaired the National Advisory Council on Employment Issues for Women and was Deputy Chief Commissioner of the Transport Accident Investigation Commission and the Commissioner for the Tertiary Education Sector. She's held directorships on several Auckland boards as well. Pauline was awarded the Queen's Service Order in 2008, acknowledging her work to the business community and the Pacific communities. Pauline is a member of the Maori Women's Welfare League and Pacifica Incorporated. Born and raised in Auckland, her tribal affiliations are Te Aotearoa, Taranaki, and her Samoan family is from Savaii, Samoa. Pauline.
Ing ngā mana, ing ngā reo, ing ngā rangatira mā, ing ngā iwi o te motu, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora ana, whakalahi atu, mā lole lelei, ni sambulu vinaka, namaste, aloha, and very warm Pacific greetings to you all this afternoon. Thank you for this gracious invitation for me to speak at this great occasion today. I'm so proud to be amongst so many aspirational and high-achieving people. Firstly, allow me to acknowledge all of the special guests gathered here today. Dr. Russell Ballard, Chancellor, Honourable Steve Mahari, the Vice-Chancellor, various council members, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Distinguished Professor Paul Spoonley, other special guests, friends, Massey staff, families, and of course, the graduates who we're here to celebrate with today. I'd also like to add a special acknowledgement to family and friends of the graduates who have travelled from outside of Palmerston North to be here today. And I want to congratulate all graduates from the Massey College of Humanities and Social Sciences. You have done yourself, your family and community very proud. Achieving a tertiary qualification takes hard work and determination, and you have shown that you all have those attributes. Your friends and family, no doubt, have seen the best and the worst of you during this journey. Today is about the best thing, to finally graduate and gain the recognition for the effort that you have all put in and made. So I commend and once again congratulate you all here today and wish you a very bright future. You may be asking yourself why the Chief Executive of the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs is addressing you on the day of your graduation. I think that this is because, increasingly, there's acknowledgement that the future, our future of this country, is brown. And you will all play a big part in helping to shape that future, our future. By 2026, it is projected that 10% of the population in New Zealand will be of Pacific descent. By 2050, the prediction is that half of New Zealand's population will be a mixture of brown and Pacific. With this growing and changing population, we need to invest correctly to ensure economic sustainability and strength of New Zealand's future. As you move into your chosen fields, you will become key in influencing following generations. Doing so will be pivotal in ensuring a bright future for New Zealand as a whole. To give you some background about myself very briefly, my own heritage is Samoan, Māori, Italian, Irish, Jewish, and Croatian, although I identify strongly as a very proud New Zealander. My grandfather, as you heard, came from a beautiful little village called Sasa'ai in Samoa. in the early 1900s, and 4 generations of my family have grown up in our his Grey Lynn house that is still our family home. But my heritage is not unusual. New Zealand is a country of migrants, and many of you here today will have parents or ancestors who settled in New Zealand from the Pacific, Europe, or beyond. Today, Pacific people and many other ethnic groups are no longer new migrants, but they're an intrinsic part of the fabric of this country. Auckland City is second only to Toronto for its large migrant population. Auckland will soon be a city where the majority will be a minority of cultures. These are ideas that I'm sure many of you have explored through your own study. Before starting as Chief Executive of the ministry, I was the director of another university. With Pacific students making up over 6% of the total university population in New Zealand, universities like Massey recognise that they have a part to play. Knowing that the young Pacific population is growing, they have put great emphasis on ensuring success of their Pacific students. It has been my personal goal to influence our 8 universities to set themselves a goal of graduating 100 Pacific PhDs. Imagine 8 universities, 100 Pacific PhDs, over 800 academics that can add to the debate and the knowledge for New Zealand. It's a wonderful dream. I'm glad to see that Massey has produced a number of Pacific PhDs, and I was glad to recognise 2 of them at a ceremony earlier this year. Massey University was also one of the first universities in New Zealand to develop a Pacific strategy, and that happened right here in Palmerston North over 10 years ago. The diverse ethnic communities in New Zealand all have their own unique challenges and needs, something that I know many of you would have explored in your own studies. I have also worked in the private and non-government sectors. This totality of experience led to my current position at the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs, where I aim to tackle many of the challenges facing Pacific people with the overall aim of improving their prosperity. And this is my challenge to you. I want to enlist you into this goal. How might you, with your study and your careers, add to this goal? In your study, many of you would have delved into what it means to be human and what it means to be a New Zealander. You may have looked at languages, culture, traditions, and history and used these as a basis for discussing new ideas and possibilities. Some of this study will link to our ministry's own work to strengthen Pacific languages and culture. We are working closely with many Pacific communities to ensure that heritage language is promoted and protected. If you have an understanding of where you come from, it builds confidence, awareness, and self-assurance. That in turn helps to get you to where you're going. The focal point for this work are the Pacific Languages Week, and this year at the Ministry we celebrated and supported a record 7 language weeks. Not only will these languages weeks keep Pacific customs and culture alive, but it will also have an added educational benefit. I know that we have a number of new graduating teachers in the audience today, so this point is particularly relevant to you. Research has shown that being bilingual enhances educational prospects for children. To put this in very simple terms, speaking and understanding 2 languages builds bigger brains. This makes our work to help young people speak their heritage languages another building block in ensuring educational success. This feeds into our overall work program to boost Pacific achievement at all levels of education, from early childhood through to primary, secondary, and onto tertiary. We're working very, very hard to ensure that our families understand the benefit of early education for our young children. We're trying to do things differently at the ministry, and this is another challenge from me to you. How can you be creative and innovative in your work to make a difference? For many, many years, government agencies have called communities in to meetings, usually at night, usually in a cold community hall, to tell them things in a strange language, usually government speak, about various things. When I first came to the ministry, and after attending one of these meetings, I decided that just simply wasn't going to work. Not enough people were turning up, and there seemed to be more agency people than there were community people. So we devised a plan to work with another agency, bigger, more resources than ourselves. And we have what I call a magic bus, but it's called a smart bus in Auckland, that goes to rugby clubs, rugby league games, it goes to malls, it goes to community events, it goes to beaches, and it's talking to people where they feel most comfortable in their own environment about the benefit of enrolling their children in early childcare. And interestingly enough, it's incredibly successful, and we're starting to see a rise and an increase in the numbers of our young ones going into early childcare. Another program that we've done recently is to create a power station in Auckland and Wellington at community halls and with schools. And it was a concentrated 8-week period where we worked with other agencies to look at increasing the outcomes for NCA Level 2 with students that were studying. But the biggest benefit was us also inviting parents to come along to demystify education, to tell them about what unit standards are, to tell them about credits, so that they've got a much better understanding, and so that those of you that are going on to teach, we are expecting you to have wonderful conversations with our families and their grandparents and their aunties and cousins in terms of the importance of choosing the right subjects for the careers that they want to have once they go on to tertiary study. So once again, let me congratulate you all for being here today, for supporting your young ones in their study. And I'd like to leave you with 2 quotes. One of them is a Pacific proverb, and I've translated it for you. It says, "My strength does not come from me alone, but from many." The other quote is somebody that I've admired for a long time, and more so ever since I've started reading more about her life, and that was Marilyn Monroe. And so my final quote is from Marilyn Monroe, and she said, "Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about." And I hope your success today that you'll be smiling for some time yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you for providing that vision of the future of New Zealand with its diverse communities and the role that our graduates and the universities will play in ensuring that those communities will be well positioned to make New Zealand the great place that we want to work and live in. And thank you for being such a wonderful role model for our students also. We will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the awarding of university certificates and diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education the graduands I am about to name. Angela Jo Bixley. Richard Edwin Harlow. Melanie Frances Moata Martin. Geraldine Ruth McQueen. Isabel Mary Radka. Teresa Joanne Threadgill. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education, Adult Education, the graduands I am about to name. Mickey Clark. Donna May Ertel. Marlene Lavinia Maxwell. Elizabeth Ann Roach. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education Teaching Early Years the graduands I'm about to name. Stephanie Myra Lewis. Cassandra Ann Leah Rumble. Faye Lillian Winter. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education Teaching Primary and Diploma in Education Studies the graduands I'm about to name. Tanya Yvonne Cooper. Lee Kathleen Hartley. Matthew James Macris. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Maori Visual Arts the graduand I'm about to name. James Michael Kelly, Second Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduands I'm about to name. Courtney Ann Devlin, Second Class Honours. Nicole Marie Marshall. Jonathan Stephen MacLeod, Second Class Honours. James Alexander Young, Second Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science the graduand I'm about to name, Hui Tong Chiang. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Certificate in Teaching English as an Additional Language the candidates I'm about to name. Mary Catherine Metcalf. Vanessa Megan Pickett. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Anthony Raymond Linton. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Early Childhood Education the graduand I'm about to name, Raylene Helen Kirk. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Secondary the candidates I am about to name. Holly Okeroa Allen. Leanne Marie Melby. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Christina Maria Campman. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Art the candidates I am about to name, Lafaele Amoa. William Barry Bruce Jordan. Zheng Yang Tan. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Development Studies the candidate I am about to name, Betty Camillus. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Education the candidates I'm about to name. Kevin John Byrne with distinction. Fok Po Rachel Lim with distinction. Chancellor, this award is made posthumously and will be collected on behalf of Fok Po Rachel Lim by her friend, Miss Judy Bedford. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Administration and Leadership the candidates I am about to name. Anthony James Booker. Natasha Jade McKee with merit. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Planning the candidate I'm about to name, Davidzo Foto. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Second Language Teaching the candidate I'm about to name, Julianri with distinction. Thank you, Chancellor.
It's now my pleasure to invite Jesse Stratford, singer, to present an item. Jesse is a young tenor who recently completed his study in classical performance at the New Zealand School of Music in Wellington. He is under tutelage of internationally renowned tenor Richard Greger, and Jesse is familiar with the audiences in Palmerston North, having attended Palmerston North Boys High School, where he took part in many of the school's musical productions. Jesse is now focusing on recording his first EP with his band and will be moving to New York to pursue a career in music in January. And Jesse, will miss having you to perform at these ceremonies. Jesse.
Steals in, pacing the floor. The moments creep, yet I can't bear to sleep till I hear you sing. And weeks pass and months pass, seasons fly. Still you don't walk through the door, and in a haze I count the silent days till I hear you sing once more. And sometimes at night time I dream that you are there, but awake, holding nothing but the empty air. And years come and years go, time runs dry. Still I ache, and down to the core, my broken soul can't be alive it teases at my ear. I turn and it fades away, and you're not here. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die. Without you, what are they for? I'll always feel no more than halfway real, till I hear you sing once
Thank you, Jesse. It's a privilege to listen to you. And good luck with your EP and your future in New York. You deserve success. We'll now continue with the conferment of degrees and the awarding of university certificates and diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours the candidates I'm about to name. Paul John Philip Duffin, Second Class Honours. Ian James Keyes, First Class Honours. Cassandra Haley McTavish, Second Class Honours. Anna Louise Wilson, Second Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Arts the graduands I'm about to name. Christine Maria Cook. Terry Louise Davidson. Karen Evelyn Hurley, Second Class Honours. Rachel Ann Rose, Second Class Honours. Sarah Elizabeth Rosenblatt, First Class Honours. Ralph Gideon Springett, with distinction. Christopher Cameron Stitchbury, Second Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Creative Writing the graduands I'm about to name. Bonnie Joy Etherington, with distinction, Masterate Scholar. Cassie Green, with distinction. Carol Ann Markwell, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduands I'm about to name. Thomas Jordan Bartlett. Danielle D. Hayden with distinction. Catherine Julia Matthews with distinction. Christopher Theobald with distinction. Laura Jean Wells, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational Psychology the graduand I'm about to name, Mignon Josette Stevenson. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Development the graduands I'm about to name, Amy Elizabeth Fraser with merit. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Security the graduands I'm about to name, Wayne George Andrew. Jason Robert Hutchings with merit. Damon Bruce Taylor with merit. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Public Policy the graduand I'm about to name, Kelly Marie Ellis. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Philosophy the graduands I'm about to name, Stephen Francis Connor with distinction. Alice Joy Davidson with distinction, Maastricht Scholar. Bridget Robin Te Aweawe Bevan. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Chancellor, we now reach a point in our ceremony where we meet our doctoral candidates. We've met 40 during the day, or we will by the end of the day meet 40 of them. 13 of them will come across the stage during this part of our day. My job will be to tell you a little bit about them and the work that they have done and introduce them to you. Your job out there will make sure that they feel special while they're on the stage. I've noticed a fair amount of enthusiasm. Keep that up. They'll enjoy it. Can I say to the candidates, you're obviously here because you're highly talented, passionate, persistent people who now can reflect, I think, on a very, very high level of achievement by making it on the stage today. From our point of view, we're very proud to have been the people who have provided you with the opportunity to follow your course of study. We'll follow you now with interest, and we ask you to stay in touch with your university. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology the graduand I am about to name, Shelley Anika James Nay McWalter. As James investigated the normalisation of deliberate self-harm in adolescent girls and explored whether social factors influenced the motivation to engage in self-harm. She found that there was no single reason for engaging in deliberate self-harm, although it had not become normalised amongst adolescent girls, neither was it solely the domain of the disenfranchised or those with serious mental health problems. Dr. James. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation the degree of Doctor of Education, the graduand I am about to name, Anne Sutherland Malcolm. Ms. Malcolm investigated urban primary principals' diverse modes of formal and informal learning in New Zealand. Her research suggests a range of policy strategies that could strengthen principals' learning in the future. Dr. Malcolm. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, the graduands I am about to name. Fahim ul Hoda Ab Basa. The internet pervades all aspects of our business and personal lives. The need to prevent unauthorised cyber intrusion has therefore become vital. Mr. Abassi researched new ways to improve intrusion detection capability. His results show a significant increase in the accuracy of detecting known attacks, their variants, and novel attacks, and have been very interesting to the German government. That was just a joke. Ida Fatimawati binti Ida Badi Yo Zaman. What students think and believe about themselves may profoundly influence their actions, including their writing. Miss Adi Badi Yo Zaman explored the relationship between learners' self-concept in academic writing and their engagement in the academic writing class at a tertiary institution in Malaysia. She found that a reciprocal relationship between self-concept and engagement played an important role in helping students adapt to and cope with the tertiary academic context. Ms. Adi Badi Yo Zaman. Suk Ling Chua. Smart home sensor readings can be used to recognise particular behaviours in the elderly and those with diminished cognitive capabilities. Ms. Chua investigated the development of machine learning algorithms that recognise an inhabitant's behaviours. Based on her results, we can now recognise normal behaviours of somebody living in a smart home with a very high degree of accuracy. Dr. Chua. Helen Ellison Dollery, Doctoral Scholar. Ms. Dollery examined the scouting and guiding movements in New Zealand between 1908 and 1980. She argued that these movements focused on developing the principle and practice of active citizenship among young New Zealanders and were supported by both state and local communities. Her research has contributed to the history of New Zealand childhood and to a developing history of youth organisations internationally. Dr. Dollery. Madeleine Claire Hills. The closure and merger of schools is a significant global issue. Ms. Hills found that when the level of community concern reaches outrage, local communities can successfully resist or modify decisions made centrally in Wellington. Her research made a significant contribution to our knowledge about how school closures and mergers affect communities. Dr. Hills. Pacha Hiran Watha Nakul. Prior to Ms. Hiran Watha Nakul's study, little was known about the prevalence of visual impairment and its impact on the quality of life of older persons in rural Thailand. She found that despite its high prevalence, visual impairment did not have a negative impact on quality of life. She made two recommendations. First, the Thai government should provide low-cost eye care locally. Second, the West should consider the costs of relatively isolating lifestyles that they have in terms of quality of life. Dr. Hiranwat Thanaku. Caroline Mary McIntosh Nay Druitt. Awareness of how young children make sense of illness can assist healthcare practitioners to provide more effective interventions. Ms. McIntosh investigated children's illness understandings in relation to the family context. Her findings suggest that young children's illness meanings are predominantly behaviour-based and strongly influenced by family life. Dr. McIntosh. Amissa binti Muhammad Shaidi Arafin. In order to generate electricity from wind, a variable speed machine such as a switched reluctance generator is required. Ms. Muhammad Shaidi Arafin developed a simulation platform for a switched reluctance generator drive that operates at low and medium speeds. This platform will aid the development of switched reluctance generators used to generating energy from wind. Dr. Muhammad Shaidi Arafin. Lee Tu Nguyen. Web technologies are advancing at a rapid pace and are providing users with better quality web browsing experiences. Ms. Nguyen analysed and modelled the concepts behind the recently proposed quality of experience measure for assessing the use of web-based services. Her results provide a better understanding of how web surfing is experienced by users. Dr. Nguyen. Dorothy Ann Noseworthy. Ms. Noseworthy explored decision-making in the woman-midwife relationship. She developed an evolving relational research methodology and a model that increases our understanding of decision-making in the woman-family-midwife relationship. This methodology will be useful in health research in which long-term relationships are established. Dr. Noseworthy. Mohammed Azani Rusli. Mr. Rusli developed a new analytical framework for opportunistic routing and a new variant of the opportunistic routing protocol called Adaptive Coordination Opportunistic Routing. If you don't understand this, by the way, get them afterwards and ask them what they've done. This new variant will be useful for wireless sensor network applications that handle the routing operations of multiple data types such as environmental monitoring systems. Dr. Bruce Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to intervene for a second on our ceremony just to mention something that's very important to the university today, and that is that the Chancellor, Dr. Russ Ballard, who is here today in front of you, is going through the last of his ceremonies. This is the last he will appear in because he is stepping down as Chancellor of Massey University. He joined in May 2005, eight and a half years on council, 5 years as the Chancellor, attended 50 meetings, chaired 30 of those, has officiated at 75 graduation ceremonies, which means he has shaken around about 12,500 hands on here alone. Repetition strain injury. But the best thing about Russ has been the absolute dedication and passion that he has brought to his role as Chancellor. If you wonder what a Chancellor is, he's the chairman of our board. He's the person who gives those the standing in the community by lending his name to the university. He's a graduate himself. His family comes from Kenya. He came in 1963 to be part of the agri-science class and is therefore an esteemed alumni of that time and of the university. His stepping down will give him a little more time to perfect his golf. He's already on a 9.6 rating. If you're a golfer, you'll know that's pretty good. And most people surrender quite quickly on the tennis court, I'm told, if he's there as well. Russ, on behalf of the university, can I thank you for your outstanding contribution, and I think on behalf of the country, because most of you will know that Dr. Ballard has had an absolutely stellar career in public service in New Zealand. Thank you for what you have done for the country as well. And could I please ask you to join me in thanking Dr. Russ Ballard for his service.
Thank you, Steve, for those kind words, and thank you, audience. At the conclusion of this ceremony, which is now, you're requested to remain in your seats until the processions have assembled in the foyer. And I now declare this congregation to be adjourned. But please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, led by Jesse Stratford, the words of which are printed on the screen. And we'll begin with the Maori version of the anthem. Please stand.
God of nations, at thy feet, in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices, we entreat. God defend our free land. God Pacific's triple star, from the shafts of
Amen.